welcome to Pitch Brand Talk. I'm Simran Sabharwal. We are still in the midst of summer, and one thing during summer which becomes really important for everybody is hydration. And what if you were to get this hydration with extra health benefits? Well, we have with us today Sonam Palma. She's the head of marketing at Evocus, and Sonam is going to tell a lot more about this product of theirs, a star product, which is the black alkaline bottled water with their brand name Evocus. Sonam, hi.
Hi, Simran.
Sonam, I just want to go back, step back in time, and the brand was Evocus was launched in 2016, and you were offering a healthier hydration alternative. So, how's the journey been so far, and what were your major milestones and challenges which you overcome?
Okay, Simran. So, let me tell you a little bit about the journey. It's been very dramatic, and it's been a journey of growth, of milestones, of learnings. We actually, just a correction there, it's not 2016. 17 is when we started getting the factory established, and
Okay,
around 18-19 was when we started retailing the product.
the product launched. Yeah.
Yes. And 2020 is when pandemic hit. And so, the entire revamp of the placement strategy had to be done, and the product went online. Uh, so, this is also a period where there was a lot of self awareness, self evaluation on every person's, psyche, where everybody started focusing a little more on health and wellness and adopting a lifestyle which was slightly more elevated than what they were used to. This was a time of self introspection, and it led to a lot of lifestyle changes for everyone. This is when a lot of new products, new brands came into existence, and people started doing that one thing which they had not been doing earlier, which was reading the label. So, label reading and a whole lot of discoverability of products which elevate your lifestyle. So 2020 served as actually the base year for when Evocus actually started getting discovered, and we worked on inciting the curiosity of the customers. We were the first brand to have a product like this in the Indian market. So, needless to say, we were a product that incited curiosity. Since then, while we have invoked the feeling of curiosity, we've invoked the first trial. uh, Evocus Blackwater is not a fad. It is actually a useful product for your health, for your for your body, for your gut. And we have been working on how to derive, how to push forward, or how to communicate the awareness and information about the product. So the journey started with curiosity, then it has moved to now consideration and moving to a repeat purchase. We are going through the entire funnel. We started off with the product launch, then we moved into, why should somebody drink the water? What is so special about it? For that, we actually got clinical trials done. We have gotten ourselves our benefits, the ones that we state on all our media, are actually clinically proven. And we might be the only water beverage brand which has done so. So while there is a lot of speculation around alkaline water, a lot of speculation around black water, we went a step ahead and got clinical trials done. So that has added to the credibility of the water that yes, this is healthy. And then a year after that, now what we've done is we've actually created a CGI video on how the water interacts with your body. So step one was curiosity that yes, this is a product, it's new in the market, it's great for you. But hold on, the benefits that we state are actually clinically proven. Okay, hold on a little more. This is how it's actually interacting with your body. So you know exactly what's happening when you're consuming this water. So the journey has been fantastic that way. We have, we are with our customers every step of the way, and we want to ensure that there is complete transparency on our front in our communication about the product.
There were three words which you used. One was first was curiosity, speculation, and the last was consideration. But it's a new this is also though it's water, this is kind of a new category. What went into educating the consumer in this set? Because every time you come up with a new category, there is a lot of education involved, right? And though, like we just spoke, it's water, but it's black alkaline water. How did you go about it?
Okay, so when it came to curiosity, we were lucky. We have had a lot of adoption by athletes, a lot of adoption by the film community, and a lot of them were also spotted with the water. So the curiosity came from there. People were seeing big names, consuming the water, holding the bottle, from the airport or, from their places of workouts, and a lot of athletes, cricketers as well. So that is where the curiosity came in. But if you have a look at any of our communication, we have gone beyond just being a brand. We have gone about how, educating our customers on what this water does, what it contains. We have been very transparent about the label. We've listed it on social media. We have a lot of advocacy coming from KOLs in the industry. So this includes your dietitians, it includes fitness experts, it includes nutritionists. So everywhere where we have kind of associated with our brand and our water, it has been in very relevant areas. We have not gone mass in terms of communication. We have not done any ATL campaigns. We have not gone crazy in terms of associations. We have kept it very, very targeted towards people who are interested in elevating their lifestyle or who are looking for healthier alternatives or for whom water is just not enough in this Chennai ki garmi.
But now I just want to take a little bit something from your questions. Because like you mentioned, you've had celebrities, especially post workout, who have been seen carrying the water, and you also said sports community, and you also said that you have an endorsement from dietitians. Is this all paid or unpaid? And if it is paid, what is the kind? How do you evaluate these associations at the end of the day?
Okay, so we actually have very less paid associations. We have mostly connected with communities who are interested in the product, who have tried it out and are ready to talk about it. So, most of our associations have actually been highly organic.
And that, so it is also, you have your user generated content also then being highly organic, right? Okay.
Yes.
I was just looking at the numbers, and the very interesting numbers, like it's estimated overall Indian packaged water market is around 22.72 billion, and it's projected to reach 36.21 million. When it comes to the premium bottle range, it's around 1182 million USD, and this is also expected to grow and reach something USD million 2273 million. This is huge numbers. I'm curious, where do you operate within this space? Are you looking at your competitors in the black alkaline space, or do you also see the premium bottled water like your Himalaya, your Vedika as your competition? Where exactly are you operating?
Okay, so when it comes to bottled water category, yes, the
Hmm.
category is very vast. The universe is huge. So we can't really consider the entire category. Where we look at is our relevant market. Okay, so premium waters is our relevant market. Uh, Himalaya, Vedika, all of these brands, they are natural mineral waters. So, within water now there are a lot of separate categories. With respect to black water, we don't really look at competitors much because we are the category creators. And when it comes to black water, we are the top of mind recall. And we can't really identify like by we would love to look at the numbers and put a number to our category, but since we are actually the only ones operating in this, we do have a huge potential for growth in terms of not just water, right? It's also about beverages. It's all about people who are looking for a replacement for their current beverages which are not doing enough for them.
Hmm.
So with respect to category, I think like sky's the limit here. We have more and more people converting from an RO category into a bottle beverage category into a premium category. So I don't think there's a number can be put into this for the moment.
If you were to look at the year gone by, how has that been? What's been the growth that you've seen? And if you can share your revenue also.
I cannot share my revenue exactly here, but what we can say is that we've seen about a 5x growth in the last 1 year, mostly because of hydration becoming a sort of a key factor in today's life. It is one of the key buzzwords going around, whether you're talking about your skin, hair, or your health, body. We have seen a tremendous growth coming from our quick commerce. We launched it at the end of 2023. So 2024 was our first growth spurt on all three platforms, and we are looking at a higher growth spurt coming in this year.
Sure, let's just take up distribution. So you mentioned quick commerce. So how much of it is actually coming? How much of your revenues actually come, say, from online, offline? And when you see online, is it is split between e-commerce, your website, and quick commerce? How is that entire thing working out?
Okay, so our online is split between our website, D2C, e-commerce, which will include your traditional platforms like Amazon and Flipkart. And then comes in your quick
Quick
commerce,
commerce.
which is your Zepto, Swiggy, and Blinkit. Zepto, Swiggy, and Blinkit together, I don't know, together are contributing to about nearly 70% of our online business.
70.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you looking to scale it up further, go beyond your current places? What's your scaling up strategy?
So we have actually spent the last 1 year in scaling it up. When we started in 2024, in the beginning of the year, we were in 16 cities. Now we are spread over about 65, 70 cities.
70, 70.
Yes,
Okay.
for QuickCom. So we've spent last year in scaling up operations for ensuring a last mile deliverability to anybody who is interested in adopting the product. And this year we hope to scale it up. We hope to make it more efficient with respect to our delivery, make it more efficient and more available, and also looking at increasing our SKU portfolio.
So how's the response from the tier 1, tier 2? Was more education required than, say, in the metro markets? And how is it over there?
So metros do lead our charge in terms of our adoption rate, but we have seen growth coming in from tier 1 and tier 2 cities as well. Even when it comes to our website, we do see orders come in from a lot of cities which are not metros and probably not even tier 1s. So I forever have a hawk eye on the geographical distribution of our orders, and I ensure that there are times when I see an order coming in from a small city, which I may have to place myself on the map, and we do call up those customers to ask them how they heard about us. So a lot of people do hear about us from their friends and families in the metro cities. A lot of them have seen us on Instagram, and that has led to that curiosity in placing the orders. There are people who place an order for the entire month. They take the stock in one go, and they have shifted entirely to Blackwater and have turned into a repeat customer base, a very healthy repeat customer base.
Now, just coming to your marketing as a premium brand, what's your marketing strategy? Because you did mention you don't use ATL. So, which medium works best for you? Experience, digital?
We have mostly been a digital first company. To start with, we were digital. We have recently started expanding into offline retail, so that will account for a little bit of change in our strategy. But we have mostly and always been digital first. We have picked up the right collaborations, the right associations. We are seen at the right places by the right people, and we have ensured that even with respect to our performance marketing, We have just been very, very finicky about the audience we've chosen, and it's been paying off.
Now, the thing with all brands is that once you order, you need your customers to come back again and again. And water is something which is basic and which you need every day. So, how is the customer retention going on? What's your strategy over here to ensure repeat orders?
Okay, so with respect to repeat orders, we have been pretty healthy at around a 40 plus retention rate. Repeat orders coming in. Website is literally the only place where we can, map our repeat orders. We
True.
will not get that much of an insight from the other platforms. So keeping our website in mind, yes, we do have more than a 40% repeat order rate. And we have been very, very robust about maintaining a repeat orders. These are what will define the lifetime value of the product at the end of the day. So high priority.
Okay, so now let's just get your product range. You have the black alkaline drink, which is your star product, and which I guess is contributing the maximum to revenue, right? Then you coming up with you have your electrolytes, your good old ORS in, like you say, in a new avatar from your company, and you also have hydration IV. And you recently also have got into black soda, which is a collaboration with Horeca. And the other product is Evoctis alkaline mineral drink and natural mineral water. So, just are you looking to go beyond this portfolio? What next can we expect from this?
So, we are looking at most. So, our bottom line is very clear. We are a premium hydration brand. All the products that we are going to go into launch or work in the market with are going to be hydrating products. We are always going to be clean products which are beneficial for your health and for your lifestyle, and that is always going to be a recurring theme. With the current product portfolio, even if you look at our electrolytes as compared to a lot of electrolytes in the market, our electrolytes have no caffeine, so you don't get a caffeine hit. Our sachets, the ready to mix electrolytes, they have no processed sugar, no preservatives, and they are also, both our electrolyte drink and our electrolyte powder, they are both WADA compliant, which is so they're safe to consume by the athletes as well. So the recurring theme is clean hydration, and that is the theme that we are going to be sticking with for building our product portfolio. The next product in the pipeline is our ready to drink electrolytes. They have started trickling into the retail stores, but I have not done a full blown launch yet. We are still waiting to get listed on all our platforms before we kind of like go aggressive on talking about it. But we're very excited.
Any more innovations we can expect? Because you also have your hydration 1V in four flavors, right?
Yes.
So, any more innovation and the importance of innovation as a brand for you, both in terms of product and marketing?
So I think you're well aware of how much we love to innovate. We have like black water by itself was a huge innovation for an entire country,
And
and
then you went on to black alkaline also.
yeah, so that's actually the same product, black alkaline water and black
Alkaline
water.
mineral
But
water.
it's a
Mineral water.
mouthful. So it's a mouthful. So we just stick to black water, but it's actually black
Black.
alkaline water.
I meant the mineral water. Sorry, I should have
Yeah.
completed the sentence.
It's a long sentence. So yeah, I mean this was a very innovating product, a very huge innovation for the Indian market, like creating a category totally. And with respect to our electrolytes as well, right? Having a no sugar, no fizz, no preservatives, only natural, keto friendly, WADA compliant. We mixed a whole lot of goodness into one little sachet, and including vitamin B and C. Most of the electrolytes have one or the other. We got both in without any caffeine. So even that it's a far superior product to what is there in the market right now. With respect to our electrolyte drink, we have done the same thing. We have ensured that it's clean electrolytes which is going into your system without giving you a sugar hit or a caffeine hit. There is going to be no crash. It's just going to be a very, very refreshing drink, which can be had by athletes and non-athletes. So it's not a product restricted to sports people. Ki I don't go to the gym, so I don't need the electrolytes. That's not true. If you are stepping out into the heat, if you are commuting, traveling, spending a day at work, spending a day at the shoot, anywhere, you do need your body salts replenished. Uh, Clean hydration is what we are sticking to. We have research which is always going on in the background about what's next. There are a lot of products which are tried, tested, discarded, then worked on some more. That's an ongoing process. Akash, our founder, is always prioritized innovation, and he at the moment is looking at a lot of different formulations, doing a lot of testing and trying of what's next. But for this year, we are happy with our electrolytes. You're going to be happy with them soon as well once you give it a shot.
I just want to go back to your media mix. You had mentioned you're not doing ATL, it's primarily digital, and experiential also plays a role. Because this is a premium product, are you looking at CTV and OTT also, or is that not in the plan? Because that would fit with the premium mix, right?
OTT has happened to us by accident. We have not gone forward and done any brand integrations, but we have landed up in quite a few shows. Um,
Okay.
I'm going to leave it to you to research on them and figure them out. But we have been featured in one show on Netflix. It did not have our front label, but the bottle is very, very prominent. It was there in a lot of episodes. We are there on quite a few shows on Amazon Prime. Again, nothing which we have done on purpose. Most of them have been discovered when somebody else has sent us a screenshot that, hey, you guys did this integration. And we said no. But yeah, see, considering the fact that Blackwater has a perception of being premium, there is a character association with a lot of shows that happens. A lot of
Hmm.
characters and personalities which are on the show have been spotted with Blackwater as well. So here I say again, like a lot of my marketing has happened organically because of the brand personality that we stand for and the product it is. So OTT has happened to us purely by accident, and we've enjoyed watching ourselves on the screen. With respect to associations, we've done quite a few associations on ground. We have been in the Lakme Fashion Lifestyle Week. We have been on the Bombay Times Fashion Week. This is We've been at a few niche events for the HNI customer base, where we are the pouring partners and the hydration partners. This is on the fashion and lifestyle part. We have also been a part of some sporting events. We have an ongoing association with Paddle India. So if you check out their events, we are hydration partners for all of them. We have been at the Delhi Golf Club for a championship trophy that they had. Again, a premium sport where most of the people that we interacted with knew about our brand and our actual consumers. Um, they ended up taking back a lot of water from us. They bought it on the spot, while there was no sale as well either. We have been a part of, yeah, so sports, fashion and lifestyle are two big associations that we have been doing. There are a few small running clubs, a few communities that we are hydrating partners for. They are also a part of our extended customer base now, and they provide testimonials. They talk to us about the product, give us a lot of product feedback, which is highly valuable to us. So we continue our interaction with our customers, our to be customers, or people we would like as our customers.
Sonam, so next time I watch any Amazon Prime or a Netflix show, I will definitely have to keep my eyes wide open to catch your product. And as they say, word of mouth marketing is the best kind of marketing in the world. Thank you, Sonam, for your time. It was lovely talking to you.
Thanks, Imran.